Welcome back to Harvest Men. Used to be at Gina's place. I thank you for all those who have returned back to listen to the messages that Most High gives me. Now, he gave me this message last week, and I am a little slowful, but it was a lot going on. So, he just told me to move it until Monday because I was going to do it on Friday, on Saturday, on the Sabbath, and he just told me to move it to Monday. So, yeah, this is not going to be a great message to swallow for many, but it's something that we all need to know and be aware of. A lot of us are already aware, but there are still many out there that are not. And I hope this message can be shared with many. So I want to say this may be the wrath or the destruction of Yah. So let's just start out with a prayer. My Father, I come to you this morning to say thank you for being our Father and taking care of us, and for leading, guiding us, being our navigator at this moment and through these times. That you said that your children are children of the light and not of the dark. And we thank you for keeping our eyes open and a lamp for our path. We're asking you today to please watch out for your children that are homeless, that have no place to stay, for this day and time and what's coming. Please provide for them shelter and protection. Protect your children, your young children, the youth, the babies, because a lot won't sit down and listen. Even the elderly won't sit down and listen. They are still stuck in the past, and they are still stuck in the church system. But Father, I ask you that you just send out your anointing angels and pour out your spirit upon them day and night and during sleep, because that's when the enemy is just all busy at night. I thank you for your love. I thank you so much for your messages, because it had not been for you speaking to your children in these last days, we would be lost. We thank you and we bless your name. Amen. So, my little computer went out, huh? Yeah, but it's okay, because we're going to get to the word. It doesn't matter. I won't be editing that out because that's my prayer. Okay. So we're going to start out with this is truly, his wrath and destruction upon the land. So he wanted me to share why. And I'm going to start out with, first, I think I want to start out with saying that Yahshua is a just and good God, or a good and just Father. And he wants us to live by our commandments. He have rules just like our parents have, and we have to abide by them. But many have not abided by his commandments. But now, day and time, it's time to mount up on eagles. So let's go to Obadiah 1 and 16. Well, 1 through 16, verse 1 through 16, because it's only one chapter. Yeah, it's just one chapter. So Obadiah, he started out by saying, the vision of Obadiah, thus said Yah, God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yah, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us be risen up against her in battle. Before I have made thee small among the heathens, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rocks, whom habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay, what does that sound like? somebody with pride, right? He says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahshua. If the thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would thou have not stolen till thy hand enough? If the grape gatherer came to thee, would thou not leave some grapes? So he's saying if he gathered you up, who's going to be left? Will you be left? Verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? Who is Esau? Okay. How are his hidden things sought up? Okay, so it's clearly saying he's hiding things, right? Verse 7 says, all the men of the confederacy have brought thee even to the borders. The men that were at peace and thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. So somebody's being deceived, right? They that eat the bread have laid a wound under thee. So somebody ate up what they were saying and what they were doing, okay? And they laid right there underneath them because they didn't know. Wound after thee. There is none understanding in him. So it's saying that they ate it up and they just did not understand. They didn't understand the bread that was given, okay? Okay. Shall I not in that day, said Yahshua, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? Okay, here we go again. Who is Esau? Who is Edom? Okay. And understanding out of the mount of Esau, and the mighty men of Teman shall be dismayed to the end, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob let me go back over that. For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carry away captives, his forces and his foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Yes, they did. Even thou was one of them. I'm going to try to make this a little bit shorter. Let's see. Let's go down to, it says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Whose brother? Esau and Jacob. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. What destruction? Their curses. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in that day of the distress. Yeah, they still proud today. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people. What did he say? Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yet thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Let's see, let's just go down to verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Hast thou done? It shall be done. And then it says, unto thee thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathens drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be delivered. Yes, they shall be, and they shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, again, who is Esau, for the Lord had spoken it. Okay, so now let's go over to Joel chapter 3. It says, for behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So it's a second captivity because it says the word again, the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and my heritage, Israel, in whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots of my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with them, Tyre, Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my godly pleasure things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that they might remove them from their borders. Behold, I raise them out of that place whether ye have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your children and your daughters in the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to the people far off. For the Lord has spoken. It's proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare for war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares unto the swords, and the pruning hooks unto the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves. Come all ye heathens, and gather into round about, till the cause the mighty ones to come down. Okay, so then we're going to see if we can go down over to, we're going to start at verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters. What did it say? And all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountains shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. And Egypt shall be desolate, and Edom shall be desolate, wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Okay, so all of this is just not happening about Edom, about the captivity of taking the children of Israel. It's also about the sin that's upon the land, the killing and all the sin. And he has given people plenty of time to turn around. They have not. He told me in and I put it in one of the videos, that he has given people time and they didn't turn. So last week he also told me that he is not going to change his mind. It's on course and it's not going to stop. Okay. I'm going to say his love is everlasting, and he knows what's best. He knows the consequences of actions. So let us, listen to this message and receive it. I'm going to show you something about who's Edom. And where's my phone? Who is Edom? So I got to pull up Esdras 6:7 through 9. And so it's telling you, it's giving you some information. So let me go here and pull it up. Second Esdras. I'm using my phone, which I hardly ever do. Hold on, family. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, it's coming up. Second Esdras, King James Version. So I want to read 7 through 9. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? And when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Okay, so it's going to, this talking about the times of the world. So verse 8, he said, And he said unto me, From Abraham and Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him, Jacob hand held first the heel of Esau. Esau and Jacob. Here we go. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. Now, it's another scripture that I would like to share. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to go down to 19. Let me go down to 19 because I think that will kind of edify a little bit too. It's okay, so we're going to do it at 18. So 18 it says, And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion will be fulfilled. Verse 20, And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, the books shall be opened before the firmaments, and they shall see all together. Okay, now I want you to go to Job, verse 9. We're trying to see who Esau and Jacob is. Let's see. Job, verse 9. I'm sorry. Chapter 9. And then we're going to go chapter 9 and then 24. It says, The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Where and who is he? Who are the judges? And the judges is what? Tells what? Who's ruling during that period? Who's ruling during that period? Okay, then Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah. If you have your Bibles, please go open it or use your phone. Jeremiah 49. Okay, here we go. Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Okay. That's him being uncovered. So if we go to Chronicles 1 and 43 through 51, Chronicles, which one? First Chronicles 43 through 51. First Chronicles 43. Here we go. 43. It says 43. Now these are the kings. Now this is what we're trying to tell you who's ruling, right? Now these are the kings that reign in the land of Edom. Before all kings reigned over the children of Israel. Bela, the son of Bor, and the name of his city was Dan Hathbeth. I may have butchered that up, but please forgive me. Just go to that verse and you'll see verse 43 and verse let's see. Yeah. And then it says, And when Beth-Hathbah was dead, Jabal, the son of Zerah, and Zorah reigned in his stead. And then we're going to jump down to 51. It says, Hadad died also, and the dukes of Edom were Duke Timnah, Duke Allah, Alahiah, Allah, yeah, Aliyah. No, it's Aliyah. That's what it is. It's Aliyah. I'm sorry. And then Duke Jetha, and then Duke Alahaba. These some names now. I'm butchering them up. But you can see as you read on down, all of these are dukes of who? Edom. Dukes of Edom. So where did Dukes of Edoms come from? Where did that start? I mean, who today is still using the name Dukes? They're over across the water in the UK, right? And then didn't the scripture say in Esdras that they would still be there from the beginning to the end, and at the end then Jacob takes over. So you can see that they were called for the dukes even in today's world. So what is hidden is being revealed. So let's just go back to Genesis 36 when it talks about Esau's dukes. Let's see, Genesis 36. Genesis 36. And what verse? Verse 15. Verse 15. It says, these were dukes of the sons of Esau. Here we go again. They still using the word dukes. D-U-K-E-S. Dukes. And then it's the sons of Eleazar, and the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Timon, Duke Omar, Duke Zephro, Duke Kenaz, and it keeps on going down all the dukes. So you can see in the Bible it talks about, and I'm using the King James Version, it's clearly talking about Genesis and First Chronicles about these dukes. And Esdras, the King James Version of Esdras clearly tells us that they're in the beginning and then Jacob will be at the ending. They'll start at the ending. That's when Jacob will rule. So this is clearly opening up eyes for all people to see. You just have to go through these scriptures. Now, verse Genesis 36 and 17. Let's just read that one. It says, and these are the sons of Ruel. Esau, son, Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shema, Duke Zezah. These are the dukes that came of Ruel in the land of Edom. What? In the land of Edom. So they are connected, right? These are the sons of Bashmath, Esau's wife. And if you just keep reading on down, it will just break down all these names. But that gives you the identity of who will start at the beginning and who will finish at the end and who's to start at the end. Those countries are clearly the European countries, the UK countries, all those European countries over there. So family, we see that Joel 3 talks about the destruction. Obadiah talks about the destruction that's coming on the land. Please be ready. God said this is the reason why I am sharing this about Judah, and it's about Jacob's seed. It's about the sin on the world. And it's just not about innocent blood of a baby or whatever else people consider. Yeah, I just would like to know, what does people consider innocent blood? Have they not seen it worldwide of the killing of all people, but mainly Jacob. I just want to say, let's just stay prayed up, stay stay focused in his word, go back to his commandments. There's only 10 in this King James Bible, but there are more. You just have to research it out. There are more. There's only so much that was applied to the King James. But family, stay prayed up. Darkness coming. Anoint your house inside and out. Over your doorpost. Be ready. My Father's not playing. It's over. It's only within in his timing. I can't say it's today, tomorrow, this weekend, next weekend. I'm not sure, but I did see this about 2 days ago. I think it was Saturday morning when I woke up. I saw a big round, which looked like the sun. It could have been the moon, but I thought it was the sun because it had like orangey around the outside. And it was fully covered, but you could still see the orangey around it, and it was dark. That's all. It was just that. And the day before that, he told me Sabbath. So, family, go back and look up the true Sabbath. Go see who changed it and what day the Sabbath is. So I want to say, be blessed, stay focused, walk close to him. Please share and reach out to your family and loved ones. Have a great day. Bye.